Starting a combat sports gym is way easier than you think, but it's also a lot harder than anyone will ever tell you. Here's what nobody tells you about starting a combat sports gym. Number one, first of all, you don't need equipment. Like, period. Just take your extra pairs of gloves with you and start teaching people how to fight. That's it. The rest will come. One of the biggest misconceptions about starting a combat sports gym is that you need all of this equipment. We started with some of my extra gloves and some kick pads. And you know what happened? We created some amazing fighters. That's what happened. Actually, that's one of the biggest misconceptions about starting anything, is that you need certain things before you can start. You need stuff, or you need all of this time and money before you start. But you don't. You just start. If there was one thing you actually should do before you start, it's make a social media page with your gym or club name. Now, that's all you really need to do before you start. I'm serious. Take a look at my free downloadable notes or my other video on 6 easy steps for starting a boxing gym for details on that. Alright, number 2, don't waste money. So like I said, you don't need equipment, you start with what you have, but if you do start buying stuff, don't go buying expensive stuff or fancy, flashy stuff. Stick with what you absolutely need. Early on, all you really need is gloves and shin guards, maybe. We didn't even have mats when we started, and you know what? We didn't get to practice sweeps, and you know what? That was fine. There's other things we can do. Even now, we use sandbags for strength training, and we didn't buy sandbags. We went to the thrift store next door and bought a bunch of used duffel bags and filled them with dirt. They're amazing, and I love them. Alright, number 3. You'll get a ridiculous amount of people calling or messaging you saying that they will be there and they'll never show up. I don't know of an industry with more people getting excited about something with no intention of doing it. So get used to it, but don't let it discourage you. Continue to treat every potential customer as if they're going to be your next long-term student. All right, number 4. This one's kind of sad. You will not have time to train. The busier you get, the more your gym grows, the less you will get to do your own training. At least in the beginning. And that's cool because you will be around what you love, you'll be doing what you love, and you'll be getting better at coaching and growing your team. But try to keep up on your fitness because you will still need to be sparring, but you will train less and less. Like actually over the holidays, I was so busy moving our gym and getting that set up that I did not train combat sports anything for like 4 weeks. And I barely kept up with working out. So it's rough, but that's part of it, especially if you're still working full time or you've got a family, it's going to be like that. And that's okay for now. Luckily, I have all the workout stuff I need at my house. And as far as training, I always jump in and I do the strength and conditioning stuff with the advanced class. All right, number 5. It's easy. It's so easy to lose sight of the big picture. And you need to not get trapped in this mode of everything's going well, so we're just going to coast. I got stuck in that mode for almost a year. Classes were smooth, I had a bunch of regular students, and everything was consistent. I kind of took my foot off the gas. I was comfortable. I kind of got lost on cruise control when I should have been working towards getting us moved into our own building. I don't know what I was waiting for. Maybe I was sort of waiting for grants or waiting for something to happen spontaneously. I don't know. I just remember feeling like I was just along for the ride, when actually I'm the only one who can move this thing forward. So I'll say it again, don't get comfortable. A lot of time wasted because things were going smoothly. Anyways, that was just another lesson I learned about wasting time. So even though we were making progress in training, the growth of the gym was at a standstill. Now I have a video on 6 easy steps to start your boxing gym And if you follow that, you should be able to fast track your gym, get your classes up and running, and start generating revenue within 3 months without wasting time. I wasted a lot of time, so much time and energy, and I can help you to not waste any time or energy. All right. Number 6, nobody cares. You will be the only one who wants this to work. And that's fine. This is for you. This part is really discouraging sometimes. Eventually, I get this. Eventually, you will have students that turn into volunteers and coaches. And that part is really cool. But you need to go into this knowing that you're the only person who wants this, period. And we all know this before we start. But once the excitement starts setting in, once we start getting a little bit of progress, we forget, you know? So don't even ask for help. Don't ask for help. Don't wait for help. Don't expect help. Do it alone. Do it your way. Do it the way you want to do it. Don't ask for permission from anyone. And remember why you started. Like I said, for me, I wanted a place to train and eventually a way out of this career that I've wasted 10 years in. And I will make this work. All right, number 7. You need to micromanage your people's intensity like crazy. You need to keep people safe for the reputation and the longevity of your gym. You cannot have people getting hurt in your gym. You know, accidents happen, of course, but you have to keep people safe. Anything you can do so that people don't end up training the way we grew up training, trying to kill each other. You know, there's times for hard sparring, yeah, but if people start getting hurt in there all the time and you start fostering a violent or unsafe environment, your gym will be very short-lived and you could lose out on an amazing opportunity. All right, last thing that nobody tells you about starting your own combat sports gym is it's easier than you think. If you have a passion for this stuff, it might be slow at first until you solidify your culture and community, and you'll have a lot of people that don't mesh with you at first. And that's fine because the right people will stay, but it is easier than you think. And people don't show up expecting fancy or flashy stuff or all kinds of equipment. They're looking for other people like them. They're looking for purpose and growth, just like all of us are. Like, I started boxing almost 18 years ago because I knew that it would help me level up as a person. And seeing the character develop in my people makes all of this worth it. So starting a combat sports gym is a journey full of challenges, but it's also one of the most rewarding things you can do if you're passionate about it. Remember, it's easier than you think, and you don't need to have everything figured out to get started. If you want more tips or guidance, check out my other videos like 6 Easy Steps to Start a Boxing Gym, or download my free notes linked below. What's the biggest challenge or fear that you have about starting your own gym? Let me know.